You're sitting on the porch with your partner, the evening breeze carrying the scent of blooming flowers, and you share a quiet smile that holds years of love. You feel a stirring desire to be close, to reconnect in a way that's always brought you joy. But as you think about intimacy, there's a hesitation. Maybe it's the discomfort you've felt lately, or the worry that things just aren't the same as they used to be. For many seniors in America, intimacy in your 60s, 70s, or beyond can come with physical challenges that make closeness feel daunting. The good news is that these hurdles don't have to stand in your way. This guide, created for the Senior Health Channel, is here to help you rediscover comfort and joy in intimacy using lubricants and aids. We'll explore how these tools can enhance your experience, address common concerns, and share stories of seniors who found renewed connection. Our goal is to empower you to embrace intimacy with confidence, ensuring that your golden years are filled with warmth, love, and closeness. Let's start by talking about why comfort matters so much when it comes to intimacy for seniors. As you age, your body naturally changes, and these changes can affect your sexual health. For women, menopause often leads to lower estrogen levels, which can cause vaginal dryness, thinning of the vaginal walls, and discomfort during intimacy. For men, aging can bring challenges like erectile difficulties, reduced sensitivity, or slower arousal. Chronic conditions, like arthritis, diabetes, or heart disease, can add another layer of complexity, making certain movements painful or exhausting. These physical shifts are normal, but they can make intimacy feel less enjoyable or even intimidating. That's where lubricants and aids come in. These tools are designed to ease discomfort, enhance pleasure, and help you and your partner focus on connection rather than worry. Take someone like Barbara, a 68-year-old from Florida. After menopause, she started experiencing dryness that made intimacy painful, and she began to avoid it altogether. She felt embarrassed, like she was letting her husband down, and their relationship started to feel strained. But at a routine doctor's visit, her gynecologist suggested trying a water-based lubricant. Barbara was hesitant at first. She wasn't sure if it would feel natural, but she decided to give it a shot. The first time she and her husband used it, she was amazed at how much more comfortable she felt. The pain was gone, and they could focus on enjoying each other again. Over time, they started experimenting with other aids, like pillows for better positioning, which made intimacy even more enjoyable. Barbara's story shows that lubricants and aids aren't just about fixing a problem. They're about opening the door to a more fulfilling connection. So what exactly are lubricants, and how do they work? Lubricants are products designed to reduce friction and dryness during intimacy, making physical closeness more comfortable. They come in three main types: water-based, silicone-based, and oil-based. Water-based lubricants are the most popular for seniors because they're safe to use with condoms, easy to clean up, and less likely to cause irritation. They mimic the body's natural moisture, making them feel natural and gentle. Silicone-based lubricants last longer and don't dry out as quickly, which can be helpful if you need prolonged moisture, but they're harder to clean and can't be used with certain toys made of silicone. Oil-based lubricants like coconut oil can be moisturizing, but they're not safe with condoms because they can break down latex, and they may increase the risk of infections by trapping bacteria. For seniors, choosing the right lubricant often depends on your specific needs and preferences, but water-based options are usually the safest starting point. In the U.S., lubricants are widely available at pharmacies, grocery stores, or online, with brands like KY Jelly, Astroglide, and Sliquid offering senior-friendly options. Many are designed with sensitive skin in mind, free of harsh chemicals like parabens or glycerin that can cause irritation. For example, Linda, a 66-year-old from California, found that a glycerin-free water-based lubricant worked best for her sensitive skin. She had been dealing with dryness that made intimacy uncomfortable, but after trying a few brands, she found one that felt natural and didn't cause any reactions. Her doctor also recommended using a vaginal moisturizer, which she applied a few times a week to keep her tissues hydrated, even when she wasn't being intimate. This combination of a lubricant for sex and a moisturizer for daily care made a huge difference, allowing her to enjoy closeness without worry. Beyond lubricants, there are other aids that can enhance comfort and pleasure during intimacy. One of the simplest is positioning aids, like pillows or wedges, which can support your body and reduce strain. If you have arthritis, for instance, lying flat might hurt your hips or back, but using a pillow under your hips or knees can make a side-lying position more comfortable. For someone like Edward, a 72-year-old from Texas with chronic back pain, this was a game changer. He and his wife started using a wedge pillow they bought online, which allowed them to find positions that didn't aggravate his pain. They also found that the process of experimenting together, laughing as they adjusted the pillow, brought them closer emotionally, making their physical connection even more meaningful. Another type of aid is a vibrator or other intimacy device, which can enhance pleasure and help with arousal. As you age, arousal might take longer, and vibrators can provide the extra stimulation needed to get there. They're not just for solo use, they can be a fun way to connect with your partner. In the US, vibrators are widely available at pharmacies or online, with brands like Dame and WeVibe offering senior-friendly designs that are easy to hold and use, even if you have arthritis or limited dexterity. For example, Susan, a 65-year-old from Oregon, was curious about vibrators but felt shy about trying one. Her partner encouraged her, and they picked out a small, ergonomic device together. They started using it as part of foreplay, and Susan found that it helped her relax and enjoy intimacy more fully. It wasn't about replacing their connection, it was about enhancing it, and it brought a new sense of playfulness to their relationship. For men dealing with erectile difficulties, aids like penis rings or vacuum pumps can help. Penis rings, which fit around the base of the penis, can help maintain an erection by slowing blood flow out of the area. They're simple to use and widely available, but you should check with your doctor to ensure they're safe, especially if you have heart issues or take blood thinners. Vacuum pumps, which create suction to draw blood into the penis, are another option, often prescribed by doctors and covered by Medicare for some seniors. For someone like James, a 67-year-old from Colorado, a vacuum pump made a big difference. He'd been struggling with erectile dysfunction due to diabetes, and it left him feeling frustrated. His urologist recommended a pump, and after a few tries he found it helped him achieve an erection that lasted long enough for intimacy. He and his wife also started using a lubricant alongside the pump, which made the experience more comfortable for both of them. Hormonal treatments can also be considered an aid for some seniors, though they're more medical in nature. For women, low-dose vaginal estrogen creams or rings can help with dryness and discomfort by restoring moisture and elasticity to the vaginal tissues. These are prescription treatments, but they're widely available in the US and often covered by Medicare. For men, testosterone therapy might help with low libido or erectile issues. Though it's not right for everyone, your doctor can help you weigh the benefits and risks. For example, Clara, a 70-year-old from Arizona, started using a vaginal estrogen cream after her gynecologist suggested it. She'd been avoiding intimacy because of pain, but the cream made a noticeable difference within weeks, and she felt more confident being close with her husband. These treatments can work alongside lubricants and other aids, creating a comprehensive approach to comfort. Communication is key when using lubricants and aids, because intimacy is a shared experience. Talk to your partner about what you're feeling and what you'd like to try. If you're nervous about using a lubricant, say so. Chances are your partner will be supportive. If you want to try a vibrator or a new position, involve them in the process. For someone like Henry, a 73-year-old from Oregon, this openness was crucial. He and his wife had been struggling with discomfort during intimacy, and he felt embarrassed about suggesting a lubricant. But after a heartfelt conversation, they decided to try it together, and they even made a date out of shopping for one online. The act of working as a team brought them closer, and the lubricant itself made their physical connection more enjoyable. Safety is another important consideration. When using lubricants and aids, always check the ingredients of lubricants. To avoid allergens or irritants, look for products labeled as hypoallergenic or free of parabens and glycerin. If you're using condoms, stick to water-based or silicone-based lubricants, as oil-based ones can break down latex and increase the risk of STIs or pregnancy, if that's a concern. When using devices like vibrators or pumps, follow the instructions carefully and clean them thoroughly to prevent infections. If you have chronic conditions, talk to your doctor before trying new aids, especially if they involve physical exertion or hormonal treatments. For example, Thomas, a 69-year-old from Virginia with heart disease, checked with his cardiologist before using a penis ring. His doctor gave him the green light, but advised him to avoid overexertion, which gave Thomas peace of mind. Let's address some common concerns seniors might have about using lubricants and aids. One worry is that they'll feel unnatural or take away from the spontaneity of intimacy. But many seniors find that these tools become a seamless part of their routine, like lighting a candle or playing soft music. The first few times might feel awkward, but with practice, they can enhance your experience rather than detract from it. Another concern is cost, but many lubricants and aids are affordable and widely available. A small bottle of water-based lubricant typically costs less than $10, and pillows or wedges can be found at home or purchased inexpensively. For more specialized aids, like vibrators or pumps, there are budget-friendly options, and some may be covered by insurance if prescribed by a doctor. Cultural stigma can also hold seniors back. In the U.S., there's sometimes a belief that intimacy and the tools that support it is for younger people. But that's simply not true. Surveys from the National Poll on Healthy Aging show that many seniors over 60 value intimacy and are open to using aids to enhance it. For someone like Patricia, a 71-year-old from South Carolina, overcoming this stigma was a journey. She felt embarrassed about buying a vibrator at first, but after talking to a friend who'd had a positive experience, she decided to try it. She and her husband found that it added a new dimension to their intimacy, and she realized there was nothing to be ashamed of. Embracing these tools is about prioritizing your joy and connection, not conforming to outdated norms. Using lubricants and aids can also have a ripple effect on your relationship and overall well-being. When intimacy feels comfortable and enjoyable, you're more likely to feel connected to your partner, which can reduce stress and improve your mood. It can boost your confidence, reminding you that you're still a vibrant, desirable person. For example, Dorothy, a 70-year-old from Georgia, found that using a lubricant helped her feel more at ease during intimacy, which made her feel closer to her husband. That closeness spilled over into other parts of their life. They started laughing more, planning trips, and enjoying their time together in a way they hadn't in years. Research from the American Association of Retired Persons supports this, showing that seniors who maintain an active sex life often report higher life satisfaction and better emotional health. For caregivers or family members, supporting a senior's use of lubricants and aids can be a meaningful way to help. If you're caring for a loved one, encourage them to talk to their doctor about any discomfort they're experiencing, and offer to help them find products if they're hesitant. For instance, Susan's daughter helped her order a lubricant online when she noticed her mother seemed withdrawn from her husband. That small act opened the door for Susan to address her discomfort, and it strengthened her relationship with both her husband and her daughter. Supporting intimacy isn't just about physical health, it's about supporting the emotional bonds that make life rich. Let's debunk a few myths while we're at it. Some people think that needing a lubricant or aid means there's something wrong with you, but that's not true. These tools are about enhancing comfort, not fixing a flaw. Another myth is that intimacy should always be spontaneous, but planning and preparation can make it more enjoyable, especially as you age. Finally, some believe that seniors don't need to worry about sexual health, but comfort, safety, and connection are just as important in your 60s and beyond as they were earlier in life. Clearing up these misconceptions can free you to explore intimacy without guilt or hesitation. Using lubricants and aids can also be a fun way to bring playfulness into your relationship. Trying a new product together, experimenting with different positions, or even shopping for aids can become a shared adventure. For someone like Henry, a 73-year-old from Oregon, this playful approach made all the difference. He and his wife turned their search for a lubricant into a date night, laughing as they read reviews online and picked one out. They also started using a small vibrator, which brought a sense of excitement and discovery to their intimacy. These tools aren't just practical, they're a way to keep your relationship fresh and joyful, no matter how many years you've been together. As we wrap up, think about what comfort and closeness mean to you. Maybe it's the feeling of your partner's hand in yours, the warmth of a shared embrace, or the joy of rediscovering physical connection. Whatever it is, you deserve that experience, and lubricants and aids can help make it possible. Your golden years are a time to celebrate love, to feel vibrant, and to connect deeply with the people who matter most. So take a step today, talk to your partner, visit your doctor, or pick up a lubricant to try. Intimacy isn't about perfection, it's about presence, and these tools can help you be fully present in those precious moments. Here's to embracing comfort, to rediscovering joy, and to living with a heart wide open. Thank you for joining us on the Senior Health Channel, where we're all about helping you thrive, keep shining, and we'll see you in the next guide.